edition of the MurrayAthletics.com Coaches Show. I'm Jacob Humphrey. Joining me this week is the head volleyball coach, Coach Steven Gream. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, we're now down to the final week of the 2015 regular season. Yesterday you picked up a huge win on the road at Ouachita. They took one from you earlier in the year, but you definitely got the revenge on them yesterday. Talk a little bit about that performance. You were very balanced offensively, and even defensively you had several players just step up and have really big games for you to pick up that key win as we move forward into tomorrow night and then into the conference tournament.
Well, as you said, they beat us earlier in the season, way earlier in the season, and the players remembered that. We didn't have our A game that day, and they beat us in 3 on our own court, and we knew that going to their place, we had to be focused going in. It was not only their last home game, it was their senior night, so they were going to be very emotional and trying very hard to get that game. As far as last night, I mean, we just came in focused, much like I talked about with the Harding game we had earlier. They came in focused, ready to go, and followed our game plan to the letter. I mean, we went over the game plan and told them exactly where they had to serve, told them exactly where they had to hit, and just basically they executed it perfectly to where we put them on the defensive end where we were getting good swings, and that's how Taylor was able to make its the spread the sets around, was because we were putting them on easy street where we were getting easy balls, and we were able to distribute the ball wherever we wanted. We really wanted to set the middle and try to spread it that way, and that's what we did. That's why you saw our middles hit over 400, and both of them had double-digit kills, as you said. Then we let our pins do what they've been doing all year. So it was really nice to be able to have that parity on everything as far as spreading the ball around. Our defense did a great job of getting the balls up. One of the balls they did hit well. Service was great. That allowed us, again, to set our hitters really well. But, again, our serve has been carrying us all year. When we're serving well and we're attacking people with our serve, good things are going to happen with us.
Tomorrow night, Coach, you welcome in the final opponent on the 2015 regular season schedule, Henderson State. You took one from them in Arkadelphia, I believe, late September, early October, and now you welcome them into Magnolia. Not only is it the final game of the regular season, but it's also senior night. You're going to honor 5 young women who have meant a lot to this program and who have helped get it to where it's at today. Allie Cecil, Hannah Rice, Amelia Osa, Taylor Rayum, and Shelby Lauterbach. Before we get into talking about dissecting Henderson State and what you're going to need to do to come away with a W, talk a little bit about what those 5 young women mean to this program.
Well, I mean, they've all contributed. Allie's been here the longest. She's been with me for 4 years, and I was looking at records today. She's number 6 in the SAU records in the ACES. It's one of those things that she really contributed there. She had 40 ACES her first 2 years each year, and really helped us out with the defensive there. Put her in right back, and she never played right back in her life, and she took to it like a fish to water and did really well there. And that was part of our, 2012 was her freshman year, and that was I believe the second best season in SAU history, and she was part of that. And then you have Amelia and Shelby, who came in and didn't have the best years last year, but they really contributed and helped us there. But this year they've really come in and helped us out. Shelby has over 500 kills here at SAU. Amelia's doing very well in the middle for us and providing some defense there with our blocking. And then Taylor's coming in. She's third all-time in assists and could possibly get the second all-time in assists here at SAU, and is really doing a good job of running our offense. It's one of the best offenses in SAU history this year. And she's me on the court basically, as far as offense is concerned, and she's really done a really good job of working with hitters that she's new to, as well as getting hitters to rise to the occasion. That's why our hitters are doing so well right now. And then you got Hannah Rice that we recruited as a setter, and she ends up being a libero, and she's the 3rd best libero in SAU history. And that was one of her goals this year. She wanted to be one of the best liberos I've had since I've been here, and she's doing exactly that. And has won Defensive Player of the Week a few times, and defenses are scared of her. They don't want to hit her at all, and that helps our defense out by helping to channel balls other ways. But if they hit it to her, she's going to get the ball in, and you know, that's really helped us be able to, again, help our offense because she's helped solidify the defense. Again, as Taylor is a captain of me, our coach is me on the court on the offense. She's also me on as far as defense. We're always talking about defense and things of that nature. So they've really helped us out there. And so, you know, I can't say, you know, it's the hardest day for me is senior night, and the final game of the season. Those are the two hardest days for me. And you know, senior night, because you're always thinking this is the last home game, because you get attached to them like they're your own kids. So. It's really hard. It's really it's an emotional game for them, but it's also an emotional game for me because you get attached to them, and that's what they are. I mean, they've really done a good job for us this year, and we hope that we end on a high note.
Talk about ending on a high note. You've won 6 out of your last 7 matches. You're currently still kind of in the thick of things as far as the Great American Conference standing. You can improve your final standing before the tournament. In the middle of the next week with the win tomorrow night. What's it going to take on both sides of the net to come away with a W?
Keep playing like we've been playing. We've won 6 out of the last 7 matches, and part of the reason why we've done that is we've played our game and we've stayed focused. We have to serve aggressive on them. We have to attack them. We cannot get into a tipping game with them. That's their game. That's how they play. We have to constantly put them on defensive the whole night. As well as we need to put up a solid block because they've got one of the hitters is, you know, last night against Monticello had 20 kills against them. We have to put up a solid block and slow them down there. We have to be prepared for the jump coming off there with our defense, so we're not on our heels, make sure we're on our toes, ready to go. And we have to serve receive very well. If we're serve receiving really well, we want our side out percentage to be higher than 54%. And if we're serve receiving really well, that's going to help us do that. So you put all that together, just keep doing what we're doing. Stay focused, don't let down. I don't care what their record is. They have nothing to lose. They're going to come out and they're going to fight, and they're going to try to disturb our senior night, our celebration for our seniors, and we can't let that happen.
Lady Mirage will take to the court for the final time in the 2015 regular season with a 7 p.m. first serve against Henderson State tomorrow. Be sure to come out early and enjoy the block party that's planned, and also take part in the senior day festivities. Thanks, Coach, and best of luck.
Thank you.